Dune in 3D. Now, there are many stars in this movie, but I think the real star is the planet. This sand-swept planet is an old man. We're told it was once lush, but his youth is long gone. And the suffering soul of this planet is played by a nation of people called Fremen. They are forced inwards to live lives of introspection, buried deep within this old man of a planet. Now, like the planet, given enough time, everyone is forced into a prayer of some sort. Limbs ache, sight fails, ambitions crumble, tolerance for food and drink wanes. Life itself pushes us inward, and all that's left is thought, and in thought comes prayer. There are shots of the Fremen in their prayer rows. The stereo image helps keep them defined as individuals. They are not faceless. Indeed, when we see their eyes peeking through the grates, we can feel their curiosity. We can feel them both cut off, yet united with hope. The most valuable thing is what cannot be replaced: hope. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Things that are seen are made of the unseen. And is this Paul, they ask, such evidence? Paul, whose life is twice threatened by the tiniest of blades. Now in 3D, we see these needle threats hover against Paul. The 3D amplifies that size here is weakness. Every inch of skin that is exposed invites death. This needle, the most primitive and smallest of things, standing up to the most advanced of men. Is that foreshadowing? This world preys on the exposed. The stereo shows the sand start to grip its prey as it goes into liquefaction at the arrival of a worm that travels in this sea of sand, itself a needle in the vast seas of sand, punctuated by rocky outposts, well defined in 3D. They expand the eyes whenever we leave the ground in a flyover, but there are no security, rife with bandits hiding in its crevices. There's no escape from the dune. We see the sand and the spice it carries flickering in the air, creating these glaring 3D light halos. It feels like magic, a fairy dust. We have to peer through the halos to see this world. You see, this spice obscures a true vision of this world. Visitors cannot see past it. Spice is the oil of this universe. With great pomp, ceremony, and formality, a new family takes possession of this old man of a planet. Regal, formal shots, proud music, proud declarations, yet, as we see with the 3D, all very distant. Orderliness has a way of keeping people apart. Pride, you see, is distance. Pride needs this space because it is not in the name of love. Pride is the mask of fear, deception, politics. Yet, despite the show they put on, they actually don't matter for very long. Dust in the wind. Yet it's dust that has convinced itself it is the wind. We get beautiful stereo definition in the faces of who we meet, much stronger than I believe is possible to get with real 3D cameras, it makes an impression. But the various stories of these faces remain untold. These characters are but displays in a tour through a museum of Dune. They are here much like the spice, harvested, used, and forgotten about. What is valued here? Wind, time, space. This is actually a 4-dimensional experience. The 3D aspect is misdirection. Taking in the shape and feel of things implies that you are somewhere. The long shots of focusing on some conversation or event implies a permanence, a solid realness, an immovable nature. But here, the wind is always blowing, revealing these blocks of 3 dimensions to be but dust inside of a greater dimension. The most valuable thing is what cannot be replaced. Yet, this movie asks what can possibly be held on to.